Hey guys, welcome back to Creativity and Inspiration. I'm Lisa. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having an amazing Saturday. Kind of got off with the videos again. Sorry. I was working actually on a project for an art group I'm in, but I finished that. I'm super excited. So today is video day. Now next week, I promise you'll get 3 videos. I'm also looking at changing a few things up, not the content, just the format a little bit. Instead of always doing how-tos, maybe do some vlog style videos as well. As you know, I have a sketchbook party club down below. If you want to join, you can. We're going to go out and start doing some sketchbooking, just out areas. There'll be sketchbook videos out and about the sketch. Bye. Anyway. And then the Junk Journal Hangout, we're going to do some really cool stuff. I had an idea for that this morning. And then, of course, I have a Patreon. I have an art Patreon, and I have a Junk Journal Patreon. All those are linked below, so you can go check them out whenever you get time. But today, we are making mini books. And why are we making mini books? Guys, mini books can go on Christmas trees, they can go on Stanley cups, they can go on wine glasses, they can go anywhere you can hang something. You could put some really cute mini books hanging from your rearview mirror if it's not illegal in your state. I know some states it is illegal to have stuff hanging, some states it's not. You can also, and of course you could hang one off your journal as well as a charm on the charm thing. So let's just jump into this video and make some super cute mini books. And I have 2 different ideas how to do this. Wow, what a mess, right? Well, we're going to take this mess, stir in a little creative magic, and make some really cute stuff. So we're going to make mini books, and I pulled out different things to make mini books out of. So first we'll go over that part of the video, and then we'll make one. So what can you make a mini book out of? There's 2 different ways we're going to talk about. One is making a mini little journal, same way you make a big journal. A cover, which can be something stiff. This is part of a small box, right? Makes a cute little book cover. These cards are, you can hear, hard. And I get them in my HelloFresh box every other week. This came in HelloFresh. And I don't know, this probably came in junk mail. I save junk mail, as you all know. And then another box. But these, look, if you take one of these and you tear it apart, you'll get different sizes. You can make, this is free bacon for life. Oh my gosh. You can fold this in half, right? And you have a super cute little book cover that you could cover with scrapbook paper or another type of paper. And there you go. There's your cover. So it's up to you what size you want and what you want to use. The thing is, don't forget, but you can also use really stiff scrapbook paper. Just like we used it to make a spine the other day, you can use it to make the cover and create a mini book. So it's really whatever you want to do, whatever you have the vision for. Look how cute this one would be as the cover. Look at that. That could be your cover, and then flip it over, and the sled is the back. See? Just like that. So it really depends on your style and what you are looking to create. I'm going to make several of these to give you different ideas of what you can put them in them as well. So I'm going to cut out this little car that's doing a wheelie with Santa, and then the sled is on the back, hopefully, once I cut it. Yeah, and the sled's on the back. Cute cover, right? So you can do that with scrapbook paper. If you wanted to use cardboard, like these little cards, just draw out a cover with your scrapbook paper. cover the outside with that, and then we'll get some red paper and we'll cover the inside, and it'll be a cute book. So we're going to do that. So your cover can be scrapbook paper, it can be little cardboard cards, advertisements, or small boxes. So let's make a couple of these. And we're going to make these like we always make a journal, right? So I've got some book page for the inside. I'm going to use some of this paper that I have. I'm going to use part of that. Let's see, what else do I have? I'm just digging in my stash of junk, basically. I have map. We'll tear some of this map and use it. Oops, sorry. I have some, let's see here. You can do holiday themed, you could do food themed, you know, whatever you want. I know everybody doesn't do a tree, that's fine. You could, I mean, I know everybody, whether you do the holiday or not, sometimes you don't do traditional like red and green. You might like blue, purple, yellow, orange, whatever. And that's the cool thing about mini books, just like big journals. You can make them out to be whatever you want them to be. They can look however you want. Alright, I think I've dug out enough paper to make a couple. If not, we'll dig out some more. And the first one we're going to make is going to be our little Santa one, just because the cover's already done. It's that simple. I'm going to straighten it out, though. And I'm going to get some of my papers I pulled, and I'm going to fold them in half. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm going to unfold my cover and put it on the paper and cut that out. Trim up the edge a little bit because I don't want it all torn. Okay, so there's one for Santa. Let's use this one. We're just going to cut off the edge. We're going to use a skinny piece. We'll use this piece. And then we'll get a piece of map and book page. Okay, I'm going to grab this. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be messed up. It doesn't have to be the full size of the cover. It can be shorter. I don't like them longer, but that's just kind of a me thing. There we go. And let's see. This. We'll just do this. Alright. So now we're going to take our papers that we got for this book. And we're going to move them out of the way. And we're going to get our cover. Oops. I lost my cover. Okay. Here's my cover. The great thing about using this holiday themed scrapbook paper is the outside cover is this, but the inside's already done too. So all I need to do is fold up all my pages I just made and make a signature. And then I'll trim it all to fit in just a minute. And all I'm doing is folding my papers over, creating the signature. All right. So there's the little signature. put that in my book, and then I'm going to trim off everything hanging outside the cover. And there we go. Okay, there is our little journal. And I'll do a couple little stitches to get it all together. And then I'll show you how we're going to make it hang. But before I do that, let's make these other ones. The next one I'm going to make is this little card that said free bacon for life. And I'm going to use scrapbook paper and some of this red paper. Or let's say I'm going to make this one. Yeah, let's do that. I got some more scrapbook paper. And I got some paper for the inside because this one we're going to have to cover both sides. But that's fine. I'm just going to use double-sided tape and tape this on the outside and put the red on the inside. You can use your glue, of course, if you've been watching me for a while. You know I use the double-sided tape, especially making these little demos for you guys, because I don't have to wait on tape to dry. And that is one thing I hate to do, is wait on tape to dry. Now I'm just making 3 strips of tape so I can glue my paper down. I gotta put a little bit on the edge. I should have gone farther. There we go. We're just going to peel the tape covers off. Okay, now I'm going to take my Santa paper, flip it over, and I'm going to try to line it up so I don't waste too much paper. And just put it down. And I'm going to cut this off. Oops. Okay. And there's my little outside book cover. Now we're going to cover up the inside. And we're going to do it the same way. Just some double-sided tape down. And then we will put the red paper down. And then I just missed this corner, so I'm going to get that little piece I tore off. And I'm going to try line it up as best as I can. Actually, I'm going to do it from this side. Press it down. I hope oh good. I was afraid I had put it on that. I'm going to fold it just to make sure it folds, and then I'm going to trim it up. This is a pretty thick book cover. I'm not going to lie, because all the paper I used was thick, and of course the little cardboard cover was thick. But it works. And now, again, I have a cute little book that needs to be trimmed up a little bit more. I'm going to leave the red at the top and bottom. I think it's kind of cute, actually. Okay, so there's our second book. And we'll put some pages in it in a minute. Look, this piece will fit. This piece will fit. So you don't have to throw away, you know, all the scraps. Just use them. They're a little short, but we'll put in some that'll work the full way. And then if you want to make one out of the little box, you do it the same way. Or you could use gift wrap on it. That would be cute. You could paint it. You could do whatever you want. Make your own design on paper, something like this, and use it front and back. This one, because it has the flaps, those are like built-in little pockets. And you could make it like that and then put stuff like a tuck spot if you wanted to. You could cut them off and just use it as a cover. I would cut off the top ones, leave both bottom ones, so I would have a front and back pocket. So when I cover it, I'm going to make sure that they're open so they get paper on both sides. But this time I think I'll use my painted paper because you can use anything. I'm going to add some to the edges, and we'll do that like that, right there. Okay, take those off. Might have to do one across the top too, just to make sure it across here. Okay, then I'm going to take that, flip my paper over, and lay it out. And I want to make sure my pockets get... Okay, and then I'm going to flip it this way because I need to make sure I cut around the pocket. And then I'm going to cut in between the pockets so I can fold them and bend them in. And then fold them up, and but before you attach them, you're going to cover the inside. But there's the outside. See? And these are going to be pockets. So this is how the outside of our cover would look. And then we would put some paper inside. This time we're not going to cover the inside of the pocket because you won't see it. We're just going to cover the inside there. If you had some pink holiday and you wanted to do like pink holiday inside but your own paper outside, that would look super cute. You know, make it your own, however you see it. Make a piece of tape for the bottom. Cover the inside up. And if it's not perfect, it's okay because the pocket's going to be down. I'm just going to trim around. And you can do these mini books any time of year for any occasion, okay? Now let's flip our pockets, put a little tape on the ends of our pockets. It's very little tape, very little glue because you want the pockets to actually be functional. There we go. Now we have one pocket. Let's get the other one glued down or taped down. Again, very little because I want them to be functional. Then trim off the paper. Whoops. Sorry, my stomach is making strange gurgling noises today. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how you can attach these to different things once I get... Okay, there we go. And there's our pockets. And there's our third cover. All right. So we have 3 mini books, and they're adorable. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to attach them with a staple so this doesn't, get to be a very long video, but you can attach them however you want. See, one staple in the center, and we have a cute little book. And look, I have this one too. And we're gonna put this like that, and we'll probably trim off some of that. And they don't have to be perfect depending on what you're gonna use them for, okay? But let me get this one attached, and then I'll talk about how to get them ready. Okay. So there's our books. Now these would be cute on a drink, like on your Stanley cup, on a wine glass, on a tree, on a journal. And how would you attach them to something like that? I'm gonna show you. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hole punch, and I'm going to go open my book and go on the spine, and I'm going to come down a little ways, about, see, just a little bit from the top, and I'm going to poke a hole right there. So there's my hole. Then you can take twine, ribbon, whatever you have. I'm going to get just a piece of this green ribbon. And I'm going to fold it back up after I run my green ribbon through this hole. Okay, then I'm going to fold it up again. And then I'm going to tie a bow close to the book. Like that, and trim up the ribbon. Like that. And then I'm going to take another piece of the same color, thread it through, tie it into, make a knot. But I'm not tying it close to the book this time. I'm keeping my finger where I'm tying. And I'm going to tie a second one. And then I tied a knot, and now I have a loop. You can put that on a hook on a wine glass. You can put that on a hook on a tree, and it's hidden by your ribbon, though my ribbon's about to come undone. Tie your bow tight. There. but you're not pulling on your bow. You've strung a second piece through there, see? And that's what you're going to be hanging your book from. And it's super cute. It goes on a tree. If you have a Stanley, I do not. I have a Stanley dupe, but you could hang it off of a charm for your Stanley. You could hang it off as a charm on your junk drawer. That's one way to make a mini book for your tree, your Stanley cup. You could put it on a wine glass. How cute would book club be with mini book ornaments? That would be something fun. And I'm going to show you how to do something like that now. Okay guys, for the next mini book you make, you could actually use a book cover, a real book cover, whether it's a book, maybe you're in a book club that you're reading, that's your favorite. Maybe it's just a favorite book that you read all the time. Whatever you want it to be, okay? And you could print that cover out. And this is just a generic old book cover. And there's actually 3 on here. But you could print the cover front and back if you wanted to out. And then create your own mini book again. And I'm just going to do it with the printer paper this time, but you'll get the idea. Create your own mini book from, like I said, your favorite book cover, your favorite book. Maybe it's a favorite you've had since you were a kid. Maybe it's a hot, steamy adult novel that you're reading in book club. Maybe, you know, whatever. But you take that book cover and you shrink it down, or you get a generic one that's not copywritten off the internet, and you print it and cut it out, and you tape it to the book you want to use. And I'm going to use a front and a back to make it look legit, even though this is probably another cover. And I'm just trimming off all the printer paper, and I'm just going to put that there, and there we go. Okay, and there's your book. And again, you fill it with stuff, you tape it to this. If you wanted it to be sturdier, then get your card out, get one of your index cards, cut them down to fit it, you know, staple it on, because the printer paper is a little loose there. So fold your cardboard or your card or whatever you're going to use, fold it. Like that. I'm going to trim it down to fit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, if this is a book you're reading in book club, and say you and your friends have a favorite part, you could miniaturize that to put inside, or this could just be for show. Whatever you guys want, right? Tape your book covers to your little cardboard book cover. Again, it doesn't have to be hard. Inside, fill it with whatever you want, whether, like I said, it's your favorite quote, it's your favorite scene from the book, it's just the names of your favorite characters. Whatever works for you, if this is for you or if it's for a friend, whatever works for the friend. Okay, and there you go. You can trim it up if you want it to fit or not. There we go. So there's my book. Of course, you would, again, cover the inside just like we did before. Could cover the inside with some words. That would be fun. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to put this down like that. Trim it up. And there you go. Then your inside is book pages. You could put more pages if you wanted to. And then again, poke your hole near the spine. You could put hooks through it. You could put some beaded hooks through it. Let's do a beaded one because maybe this is our favorite book and we want to sparkle on our mugs, on our Stanleys. Again, I don't have a Stanley. I have a dupe. Or you want to sparkle on your tree. You want it to catch the bling, the lights, all of that. Then creating a sparkle with your hook or however you're going to attach it. Again, I'm just going to poke the hole on the spine. And then I'm going to thread some of this through. But this won't hook together, right? I'm going to show you a trick. I got some of this red ribbon, and what I'm going to do is put the ribbon. You can do glue. I'm going to do tape, again, just so it'll work fast. Put the tape on the ribbon, take off the protector, put the glue on the ribbon. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to put the sparkle on the tape. And yes, my nail is stuck on it. Tape is very sticky. And now I'm going to put the sparkle on the tape. There we go. And the part that didn't get sparkle, I'm just going to peel up. Okay, there. And then I'm going to cut it off. Pinch it off. Now, I'm going to take my ribbon and run it from the outside inside this time. I'm going to fold it so it'll fit through. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it so the bling shows, and it's going to be like a bookmark hanging out of the book, right? And then this part, I'm just going to loop with another little piece of tape. So I'm just going to put some loop tape right there. And then I'm going to loop it however big I want my loop. And there we go. Then close it. I'm going to cut this off kind of at an angle. Okay, so there you go. You've got the loop to hang your book, you've got some sparkle, and it looks really cool. And then again, you could put your wine cooler, you could put your wine glass hook through here, you could put a tree ornament hook through there, you could attach it on a keychain to your Stanley cup if you have a Stanley, or if you have a charm for your Stanley cup, it would work on that as well. So guys, that's just some ways you can create some little books for the holidays to decorate a number of things. Journals, trees, wine glasses, Stanley cups. You could hang them in windows, you know, put some command hooks and hang them inside a window. Anywhere you want to. They would make cute little decorations on napkin holders. You could use them as little gifts on plates if you're having a Friendsgiving. They don't just have to be for any one occasion. They could be for any occasion, any time of day, any time of year. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button with that little bell. I've got a lot of different content coming in the future, and you don't want to miss out. Plus, we'll still be doing our journal content and art content as well. Thanks for being here with me today, guys. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.